What's up, Disney babies? It's that time again for Up to No Goof, the show where I talk about Disney the way I remember it, which means I'm always right every single time, like 80% of the time. No, 90. Like I saw it like 9 out of 10 times. So the theme of this episode, in honor of Halloween, is minions. Not the guys that look like Tic Tacs either. I'm talking about the minions to the main Disney villains. Not the main Disney villains themselves, but the people that make them happen. Because what good is a villain if they don't have minions to boss around and be evil to all the time, right? Number 10. First up on my list, or should I say the first 3 up on my list, are the hyenas from The Lion King. That's Ed, Shenzi, and Bonsai. Yeah, they have names. So here's why they're on my list. Because they're hyenas. That's a really weird reason. No, but think about it. If you're a villain and you're dark and you're evil all the time, you're not really saying anything funny. So it is really good to have minions around that laugh at everything you say, regardless of whether or not it's actually a joke. Makes you feel better about yourself. Makes you feel powerful. Almost like you can, I don't know, take over a kingdom by killing your brother or something like that. Too soon, man. Too soon. Number 9. Number 9 on my list is Pain and Panic from Hercules. Why? Because their names are an alliteration, and I'm really into that. Also, they're kind of weird minions in that they're absolutely evil. They're based on pain and panic. They serve the devil, or Hades, whatever you want to call him, and yet they decide to support Hercules by buying his merch. Comic relief at its very finest. Also, if it weren't for Pain and Panic, the entire movie wouldn't work out. Because if it wasn't for Pain and Panic, they wouldn't have botched the plan, and Hercules wouldn't have grown up, and then we wouldn't have had a movie to watch and have awesome songs to listen to, like I Can Go the Distance by Michael Bolton. That's one of my favorites. Number 8. Number 8 on my list is Iago from Aladdin. He's the parrot that sits on Jafar's shoulders and had a wisecrack to say over everything, and he doesn't like crackers anymore, so much so that he stuffs them down the throat of the Sultan. Here's why I like Iago. Because he's only bad to suit his own means, right? Like, he knows that if he's bad, Jafar will reward him. But then when Jafar's gone, he's like, just kidding, I'm good now, put me in your TV series. That's one of the main heroes. He's literally in that. Another reason I like him is because he's voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, and it's probably one of his finest commercials, next to the other bird that he voiced that's also famous. Aflac. Yeah, same bird. Iago's the Aflac goose. 7. Next up on the list is Flotsam and Jetsam from The Little Mermaid. I love those two. I don't know why I love them. I guess they kind of serve as like Ursula's mobile remote camera unit, because, you know, each one of them is an eye, and I don't know how that works, but they're really good spies. They're also very manipulative, and they kind of move the story along in every single sense of the way. They're the ones who convince Ariel to come to Ursula. They're the ones who ruin the kiss to make for a dramatic ending. You go, Flotsam and Jetsam. I'm sorry that you had to die and turn into little scraps of things that are unidentifiable, except for I saw an eyeball in there, I think. That was pretty weird. My poopsies. Number 6. Okay, so number 6 is very well deserved, and although you probably wouldn't think of them as minions, they kind of are. And that is the stepsisters from Cinderella. Think about it, when it comes to villains, yeah, Lady Tremaine, we all know, we all hate her, she's bad. But it's the stepsisters that actually do the dirty work. Like, they're the ones who rip up the dress, and they're the ones who vocalize their hatred, and they make fun of her. And they're like bullies on a playground, and you just want to, I don't like them. I wouldn't ask them out to prom, for sure. Number 5. Next up, we have 2 dastardly, low down to no good Cockney accent carrying guys. I'm of course talking about Horace and Jasper from 101 Dalmatians. Think about what these guys are being asked to do, and they're executing it without a problem. Cruella goes to Horace and Jasper and she's like, listen, I need a ton of puppies. And they're like, why do you need a ton of puppies? She's like, oh, I want to kill them and make a jacket. And they're like, alright, Horace and Jasper to the rescue. And they like have no problem with this. That's what minions do. They just execute the big boss's plans without asking any questions, even if it's as dastardly as killing puppies. Horace and Jasper, I don't like you very much. But you know, if you're looking for work, just call me, okay? Number 4. Sometimes minions can be extremely goofy and likable, and they're sort of the comic relief. Other times, they're just like downright bad. In this case, you don't get more bad than DeSoto and Roscoe from Oliver and Company. Yeah. You know the ones I'm talking about. The Doberman Pinschers. God, these guys were bad. I mean, they just break into the house, they break stuff, they harass the dogs, they threaten to eat the cat, they try to eat the cat. Dodger's the one who saves the day. And not only that, but they're so cool looking. God, I remember as a kid I used to try to draw them all the time because they're so linear and powerful, and they're just cartoon dogs, but if they weren't bad, I'd probably try to own them as pets, man, because they're awesome. Nah, who am I kidding? I like Dodger the best. Come on. Now, if I have to attribute a downside to Roscoe and DeSoto, it's every single time I hear their names, I want to eat Roscoe's chicken and waffles, and that's not a very villainous thing to do, although it is delicious. Number 3. Number 3 is actually 3 different characters, and that's Lock, Shock, and Barrel from The Nightmare Before Christmas. So in the world of Halloween Town, these guys are not just minions, they're the minions. I mean, there's like setup going into hiring these kids, right? Like, Jack freaks out, and he's kind of like, oh, not the trick-or-treaters. I don't remember the line exactly, but you know the thing. Everybody panics when Lock, Shock, and Barrel are involved. And they're the henchmen to Oogie Boogie, who's like the worst of the worst. These minions are so bad that they actually end up going into another dimension and capturing the Easter Bunny, which is the wrong holiday icon to kidnap. And they're like, it's okay, we'll just go to another dimension and capture someone even more famous like Sandy Claus. These guys are crazy. Plus, they're a little bit psychotic. Yeah, I don't trust them. Loose cannons. Get it? Lock, shock, barrel, cannon. Get out of here. Number 2. So this character actually made it into another Up to No Goof episode that I had done in the past. And I am of course talking about LeFou from Beauty and the Beast. Again, I will say this 1,000 million bajillion times. When it comes to wingmen or somebody working for you, LeFou's the guy you want. He's the dopest hype man in the business. If I'm gonna hire anybody to walk into a bar before me to get everybody pumped up that I'm about to walk through the door, it's LeFou. He's gonna go in there, he's gonna get everybody stoked, and then when you walk in, everybody's like, hey! And he's like, nice work, Gaston. Not only that, but Gaston wants to propose to a girl who clearly wants nothing to do with him, and LeFou's like, don't worry about it, Gaston, I've got it covered. And he gets a band, and he gets it all ready to go. He hides in a bush for like 3 weeks waiting for her dad to get home. The guy is creepy, but he's dedicated, and that's why he's number 2 on this list. And now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. Not for, 1. You've been waiting for number 1, okay. Number 1, the role of a minion is a complicated one. You must be loyal. You must be unwavering in your faith in the person that you're working for, who is usually one of the most evil people on the planet. You must complete your tasks without question. You must, I was gonna say be strong, but that's not necessarily a requirement. But in this case it is. And handsome, we can toss this one in for this guy. Number 1 on my list is Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, I know. He's amazing, right? He's got everything you want in a minion, he's got everything you want in a friend, and he's got everything you want in a personal chef. Think about it. Kronk carries Yzma on his back. No other minion does that. Kronk is an ex-chipmunk scout, so he speaks the language of the rodents. He's got his own theme music, for goodness sake. And best of all, he makes a really, really mean quiche. You know what I'm saying? Guy can cook. He knows what he's doing. If I want anybody to hang out with for the rest of my life, I want LeFou and I want Kronk. Side by side, all of us, guys night out, let's go. Squeakerty squeakums. You know what I'm saying? Nice work, pal. So that's it. That's my top 10 list of Disney minions. So in the comments below, I want to know who your favorite Disney minion is. And if there's somebody on this list that I didn't list, then maybe you should list them. That's a lot of listing. So I hope you guys liked this episode of Up to No Goof. Go back and watch my other episodes if you want to watch some more. And make sure you follow me on social media and stuff like that. And let's talk about this. I want to know your opinions on my opinion, which is always the correct opinion. Anyways, happy Halloween, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.